What is going on, UGG fam? I'm your girl Kee Kee Soto and welcome back to Urban Girl Gardening. Today we are going to be harvesting rose hips. I'm going to show you how I harvest rose hips, how I dehydrate them, how I'm going to save some seeds from them to possibly, hopefully, grow our own rose bushes. But first, I want to say welcome to all of my new subscribers. I greatly appreciate you guys joining the UGG fam, and thank you to all my seasoned subscribers for sticking around. You ready to get into this video? I am. Rose hips are actually the fruit of the rose bush. They form after the rose is pollinated and after the actual bud falls off. So you'll see something like this, a green ball, and then it'll turn into this. It'll ripen in the fall, but they start to form in summertime. Now, this rose bush itself, this one has seen better days. This rose bush was the, dare I say it, trap crop for the Japanese beetle, and that was not on purpose. But after days and days and days and nights of collecting cups of Japanese beetles in soapy water, I decided that I would let them have this rose bush so that I could keep my garden, which is literally 15 feet away. I like to use rose hips for rose hip tea. Now we got a lot of rain recently, so the skin is actually already coming off, but that is fine because these are going to be dehydrated anyway. Rose hips have 20 to 40% more vitamin C than any citrus fruit, which makes it perfect for this time of year. I really feel like nature knew what it was doing when it gave us rose hips and let them be ready for us to harvest this time of year, when there are seasonal allergies, flu season, when we need to prepare our immune system for those cold winter months. I'm going to continue this harvest and I'll see you guys in a bit. So we actually got a really decent amount, and how cool is it that something like this could be harvested, something so beneficial to you right in your backyard from something that you love anyway. Only setback is you won't get as many rose hips if you're constantly pruning. Remember, these rose hips start to form after the roses are pollinated. These start out green, and as the blooms die, they turn orange or red. Some have even been seen purple or black, and then you get your rose hip. So you kind of got to sacrifice beauty for health. How about that? So the next thing we're going to do is actually clean these guys off. So we want to take the tops off, and we want to take the stems off. So I'm going to go ahead and get that done. Now some of these guys they're not perfect, and that's okay, because if we've learned anything from gardening, is that our harvests don't always come out the way they look in a store or like they should be on the cover of a food magazine, okay? Okay, so now we're inside, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take some of these rose hips that don't look too good. I'm gonna take them out, and we're just gonna go ahead and grab some of the seeds from them. By the way, these are all washed. I think that might be enough to get some seeds out of. So I'm gonna go ahead and put them right in the bowl. And then the rest of these are going to go right into the dehydrator. So my dehydrator has one setting, and that is 165 degrees. So these will dry in just a couple of hours, and you want them completely dried all the way through. You can also do this in the oven at its lowest setting for about 6 hours, low and slow. But I love my dehydrator, and I think everyone should have one. So here we have the rose hips that were discarded, and I am just squeezing until I get to the center where the seeds are. And so if I was able to use both my hands, I would have used like a knife or a spoon or something. But you know what? We're just gonna squeeze and do this messy job because it has to get done. So I'm going to be growing in one of these. So I really just need 3, 6, 9, 12, at least 12 seeds. Okay, so I got 16 seeds, so that's actually more than I need. We'll just double up in a couple of spots in our cell here. Oh gosh, the blue jays are fighting. Did you guys hear that? Anyway, so here's some of my compost. It is moist. You want your soil moist, but you don't want it soaking wet because you don't want your seeds to rot. So I'm going to go ahead, just pat that down. And I'm going to take a seed in each cell to start, right in the center. Okay, so that's 12. And then where they're small, let's see, let's just add another one. And with it, so that's 13. Let's see, 14. That's 15. 16. There we go. So now I have 16 seeds in here. And I'm just going to top this with another layer of soil. These seeds need to go through a period of cold. Roses are in the Rosacea family, which includes apples, pears, peaches, blackberries. I bet you guys didn't even think that they were related, but they're all in the same family that need a long period of cold in order to bloom and do their thing the next season. So that being said, these guys, all these seeds in this soil are going to get wrapped up, and they're going into my mini fridge. They're going to be in there for at least 4 months, and then maybe I'll bring them out onto the porch or something like that so that they can start to get regulated with nature that way, and the temperatures going into the spring. We'll see, but at least 4 months this will be in a refrigerator. So let me go ahead and wrap this up. So this is the first layer. It's in tight, and I'm going to go ahead and stick this inside here. So our seeds are going to go into my mini fridge for at least 4 months, and we'll get back to this. This is going to be a long growing period. Well guys, there we have it. This is our very first rosehip harvest of the season. They did get super dry in the dehydrator, and the color did change on a lot of them, but that is expected. Also, if this harvest was larger, these guys would be in a mason jar, but I need my cannon jars, child, and for now they will be okay, safely stored in a Ziploc bag. I want to thank you guys so much for watching my video. I want to thank all of my new subscribers and everyone who has been around. I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me for a few minutes, and I'll bring you guys back when I get ready to make some rosehip tea or something else. We'll see. You guys will definitely see what I do with these rose hips when I get ready to use them. Make sure you guys are subscribed and follow me on other forms of social media. That's IG, that's TikTok, that's Facebook. It's all Urban Girl Gardening. If you would like to email me, please do so at theurbangirlgardening@gmail.com. Learn with me, grow with me. I love y'all for real. Bye.